I've decided to spend the winter in the Arctic Circle.
Look at it! Oh my god.
And for the last week, I've been driving and car camping all the way north. And today, I want to show you an ordinary day in my life on the road. It is no joke in a little truck like this, as I try to make it all the way to the Arctic Circle proper. It's like 2:30 p.m. and it's dark. The days are very short, the living is simple, and the temperatures, well, I'll let the thermometer do the talking. Minus 24, minus 25 degrees Celsius. So what's it like to car camp alone in one of the coldest places in the inhabited world? Let's get to it. So I just got back from my morning walk with Wheelock here in northern Sweden, and it is so cold out here. And it's so cold, in fact, that the little hairs in my nose are freezing up. And that's how I know that it's at least minus 20 degrees Celsius. But we have a thermometer here, so we can actually check how cold it is. Want to take a look? All right, here we go. Yep. It's about minus 24, minus 25 degrees Celsius. Now, here's the problem. I've actually been right here in this spot for the last 2 days and 2 nights, because it's so pretty out here. I just couldn't bring myself to move. The problem with that is that at temperatures like this, my truck Odyssey might have some issues starting. And I didn't really think of this until like last night. So we're going to try and start her and see how she does, because I do need to get out of here today. That does not sound good. Let's try again. She started! No way! Oh, baby! You're a good girl! You're such a good girl! Isn't she such a good girl? Oh, yes! I am gonna have to turn her off for now, though, because I still need to, get dressed, make some coffee, get ready for the road. We have a huge day ahead of us today, by the way. I'm gonna take you on, a whole logistics run. We're gonna go grocery shopping here in northern Sweden. I'm gonna go get some gear. I want to get skis and snowshoes today. But I'm also just going to show you the logistics of everyday camping in temperatures like this, because it's no joke. It is no joke in a little truck like this. Okay, let's get inside, because this is only getting worse. You want to stay outside? You want to stay outside? Yeah, I know you want to stay outside, but we got to get inside. Come on. Okay, I need to show you guys something. This here is just pure ice. Ice covering the whole rug at the entrance to the car. This here, this is frost. Yep. That is also frost on the lock of the door. So, yeah, it's been a little bit cold inside. So I do have a diesel heater in the car, obviously, which I always turn on when I'm sleeping in the truck, but it doesn't really get rid of all the little gaps and holes. The Defender, as much of an amazing car as it is, suffers from constant and chronic Swiss cheesiness. And that means that there's cold air coming into the car at all times. So what I do is I stuff Wheelock's little doggy jacket around the door in the hope that it provides a tiny bit of insulation. Out here, the days are very short, so you end up making the most of the scant daylight. For me, that's a daily run with Wheelock, and a frozen lake makes for a pretty surreal running trail. It's too much. Look at it. Look at it. So gorgeous out here. Wow. This might just be one of the most magical places on earth. The Arctic Circle in winter. Life on the road is very simple out here. It can be uncomfortable and inconvenient, and some things are even frustrating, but mostly, living out of a truck, you get to feel like you're in your own little bubble. One pan, one cup, one plate, one fork, and one spoon. You have your very limited wardrobe, nothing fancy, basic toiletries. You can't have much more because space is so limited. But rather than making you want more, this actually feels liberating. I don't know. If anything, it's a good reminder that despite the immense complexity of the modern world, life can be very simple, and you can thrive on that simplicity. So by now you might be wondering, how cold is it actually inside the truck? So I'm going to show you because I have a thermometer here. So the thermometer is showing around 12 or 13 degrees Celsius, something like that. All right, I think it's time for us to go. So the first thing I need to do is take the bed down and fold down the roof. So the roof comes down like this, and above there, that's my bed. All right. But before we set off, I just want to say a big thank you to my longtime partner and the sponsor of today's video, Jackery. But I'm just going to bring it out here for now because the light is much better and I can show you what this is all about. I know that whatever happens, the Jackery power station is capable of powering all of my devices. You can use it to power your fridge, your Starlink, your portable heater. I use it to charge all of my devices, my drone, my laptop, my camera, and of course you can use it to charge multiple devices at the same time. It's really easy to charge the Jackery too. You can use the Solar Saga solar panels, which actually I can't really use here right now because there isn't much sun, or you can use the super fast charging with this cable and it'll take you from 0 to 100 in just 1 hour from any old wall socket. It's small, it's lightweight, it's easy to store, it's simple to carry around, and it helps on bumpy roads and while off-roading that it's actually shock resistant. It's pretty rugged. Being out here in winter is honestly a pretty extreme experience, and you never know when you might get stuck somewhere or have to wait out a blizzard. Which is why it's honestly a huge weight off my shoulders to just know that I have the Jackery with me in my truck at all times. Over the last couple of weeks, Jackery have also been helping out with the relief efforts for the LA fires, donating some of their products as well as cash to local nonprofits and NGOs. So a pretty great partner and product all around. Okay, let's get going. Okay, everything is running fine. The only problem is I can't see through the windshield because it's completely iced over. Hello. Well, it looks like it's just snowed inside the truck. This took quite a bit of time. It's not perfect, but I think we're good to go. Up here, just south of the Arctic Circle, the sun barely rises above the horizon in December. On the day that I filmed this episode, we had sunlight for less than 3 hours. And even then, the sun hovered so low above the horizon that you could have missed it entirely. But there's such a powerful magic here in the winter. You can feel it in the air. The hours of twilight are soft and pastel-like, and they make you feel for a moment like you're living inside of some Nordic fairy tale, some kind of magical world. That gentle twilight is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen on all my travels. Anyway, back down to earth. About an hour later, I reached the city of Luleå, where I had to run some errands. When you're living on the road, you can definitely spend a lot of time out in nature, but it's hard to do without the occasional trip to the city. Okay, I've got Vjok's food, I've got my coffee, and some food for me. I've got my skis, which I'm so excited about. I'll be using them not today, not tomorrow, but very, very soon, and I can't wait. And now it's dark. Look at that. It's like 2:30 p.m. and it's dark. So I'm not gonna let the darkness conquer me, and I'm gonna now go ahead and drive all the way to the Arctic Circle. It's only like an hour and a half north, so it's not too far. And once I'm there, I'm gonna find a spot to park up for the night, get settled in, get set up, get nice and cozy. So yeah, that's today. Buddy, you ready? Ready to go to the Arctic Circle? You know what he's looking at? He's staring at this. This is his dinner, and he knows it. He's been looking at it all day. I've just had it here to like defrost because this is the warmest spot in the car. He's fully aware that this is his dinner. Buddy, you are so greedy. You are so greedy. I found it and I want to show you because we're here. We made it to the Arctic Circle. Can you see that? There's a reason why the Arctic Circle is so special. It's the most northern region of the globe, the coldest, and it's the part of the world where the sun does not rise above the horizon on the winter solstice. But on the flip side, during the high summer, the sun never sets and you get 24 hours of daylight. But today is not that day, and it's very dark. It took me over an hour to find a safe camping spot that was clear of snow, but eventually, at the end of a long forest road, I found it. So this looks like some kind of logging facility. To be completely honest, I don't know if it's illegal for me to park here. I don't know if this is private property or not. But I have nowhere else to go. It's late. There's no one here. So I'm just gonna do it. Worst case, I'll wake up tomorrow and they'll tell me to get the fuck out of here. And that's also fine. Sometimes you sleep in the most beautiful spots, and sometimes you have to make do with a slightly creepy looking logging facility. But part of the reason why I was so desperate to make it as far north as possible, as quickly as possible, is because the whole world looks so beautiful when it's covered with a layer of snow. So, logging facility or not, being out here is still an absolute joy. And there it is again, that simplicity. Seeing beauty and joy in the very little things. Appreciating the warmth after the cold. Feeling safe and cozy in a tiny space that's entirely yours. A plate of warm food after a long day. A comfy bed that feels like a nest. You and your own little bubble. Wherever in the world you may be. Yeah, this is some kind of magic.